Okay, then we're here at Marcello's Guitar Corner.
Exactly.
Yes.
Welcome.
So today I've brought my Epiphone made in Korea Les Paul, because I bragged about it, how good it is, and I wanted to check out how good it really is compared to Gibson Les Paul. So beside me here is Marcello's custom shop. It's an R8 1958 reissue.
Exactly.
And on your lap you have your Gibson
Les Paul Standard 2008.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just an informal chat about the guitars and to see what we feel and think about them. So if you are keen on watching us play them and see what we think about this guitar, especially the Epiphone, is it that good that I've claimed? Or maybe I am too biased towards liking it? Yes. What should we start with, Marcello?
Yeah, I will say it's not exactly a fair comparison, because the guitars are different. They're different in that they have different constructions. Yeah. They have, this one is chambered, the Epiphone is chambered, the Reissue is not chambered. The pickups are different, and we will be telling you, and what more. And the neck is also, maybe the two are more similar in some certain respects. The one is very different. It has a very thick baseball style neck. But you know, the idea is that to go through and tell you about a bit the specs and the history. I think it's important, because there is a kind of story behind the guitars. And so why you decided to go for the Epiphone too? Well,
the reason is that I had some Gibsons that I felt I didn't play enough. And I thought they were a bit too expensive to have mostly hanging on the walls. Yeah, well, I ended up with this because I thought maybe I should check out an Epiphone, see if it's good enough to suit my needs. And my needs will be to bring it to a rehearsal with the band, even play a gig if I will do that. But also for my playing at home, or for my YouTube channel, of course, that I can need a Les Paul. So I thought, let's check out an Epiphone, and because I had heard some good things and some not so good things about them, but I would like to test it for myself. I never had an Epiphone before. I ended up with this, and I was quite amazed of the quality. I fell for the looks first. That's maybe a common thing to do. You go for the looks, and well, not of course, not the only thing, but it's a vital thing for me, the looks. I've done some small adjustments to it since I got it, but nothing major. But I just like it. I think it's a good guitar, and I identify with the looks and feel of it, so it's all good.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to be in Denver, Colorado, in 2008, and went to a guitar center, and they have about 30 or 50 maybe Les Pauls hanging on the wall, and it was like, you know, to a kid in a candy shop. Ooh, wow. And then that caught my attention. The Desert Burst color was very, very nice. And it reminded me about the one that Slash played in one of the videos. So I want to try. But I tried also a bunch of other Les Pauls in that shop. And I think the sound was... sound of this one was very nice, and so the look first, and the sound, that was I felt for.
Yeah, because you told me you wanted to have a custom shop, and you hoped for the custom shops to be the best.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I tried the custom shop because by the word of it, it should have been better. It was more expensive, and then those ones I tried, they weren't better than this one. So I bought this one, and you know, so and then Two other things that we're going to talk about, which is the playability and the weight. This is about 3.4 kilos, and it's like 760 pounds, something like that.
Yeah, I'll find it out and I put it up on the...
something like that, but 3.4 kilos. I think that one...
it's about the same, yeah.
Yeah, and then the playability, for me the neck was important. At that time didn't know about the baseball type neck. This is a 60s style neck. It says here 60.
Yeah.
And it felt very comfortable, for me at least. And yeah, overall, so the weight, playability, the look in the beginning.
Yeah, and I'm quite familiar with that guitar because I also done a video on that because I replaced the pickups in it recently.
Yeah, exactly.
So you used to have Burstbucker Pro?
Pro, yeah. It was, yeah, the only thing I didn't like, never liked, was those pickups for me sounded very trebly, very spiky, especially on the bridge pickup. And no matter how I adjusted the pickup down and I tried to tweak the screws over here, it never sounded the way I wanted it to sound. So I asked Thor if he could do a job for me, and he kindly did it. And so I replaced the Burstbucker Pro with a Seymour Duncan Antiquity, which I knew from before because I have the very same pickups in other guitars. I'm very satisfied. And so now this guitar has Seymour Duncan's Antiquity PAFs.
Yeah, you're still happy with those?
Yeah, very much indeed. They have the kind of a more mellow, open sound, not that spiky.
Yeah, and they also look awesome. They have that
the patina.
nickel covers with. I love that.
Yeah. So it's start to be very kind of relic type done by me. I missed it on the floor once. That was very frightening, and then didn't happen anything. So, but that's some dings and bump and.
Yeah, and when you got it, you were in the USA for some rock-related case.
It wasn't hard rock, but it was a rock.
Because Marcello is a geologist. So you were on a field trip? Or?
Yeah, exactly. It was, being a geologist in the industry is one of the best things.
So
it used to be, because we went to very, very nice places, and the Rocky Mountains, for example.
So you just drifted out of the team and went for
yeah, it was. No, I went to Denver a day in advance, or the start of the field trip,
cool.
Because I wanted to go to Guitar Center.
Look at some different kind of rock.
and then it was a very nice combination, very lucky combination for me. And then I carried this all the field trip, and the people at the field trip, they're asking me, "Could you play something?" I don't tell them. This amplifier, so I kind of, we're just a kind of
some campfire maybe. Yeah, you did some campfire songs.
Yeah, but I had to carry it all the way from Denver down in Utah to here to Norway.
Oh, that's cool. And then we have the guitar that maybe most people will be interested in and expect to be the best guitar in the room. I think it is. That is the Custom Shop. Do you have some story around that as well? Or did you buy it here in Norway?
No, I bought that in Italy. I was passing by one of the shops in my own town, it's just Florence.
Yeah, you saw international Marcello. He's Italian and he's a geologist living in Norway.
Exactly. Yeah. Long story. And then that was in the window, and it looked like a Custom Shop 58. And then it was, and then I tried that, and it was a nice price at that time when I bought it. Not the price of today, because I wouldn't have bought it new. Yeah, so I tried it, and I liked it, and I felt a little bit challenging with the thick neck. This is a baseball type neck, but then it had a lot of sustain. And it said, well, I have to have it.
Yeah.
And so it has been one of my favorite guitars since. and I use it a lot.
What kind of burst is this?
But it's cherry
Burst.
cherry sunburst. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this has bus buckers. I don't know if they were. You were asking before if it's bus buckers 1 and 2. Maybe they are. On the specs it says bus buckers, and probably if there is someone watching this video, maybe they would know. But it's from 2011.
Yeah. It also has this nice nickel hardware, and looks kind of aged. I'm weak for that. I love it. Yeah, it looks very nice.
Well, we tend to fail for the look first.
Yeah. This guitar had some chrome details when I got it, so I've exchanged that for nickel. I still have the original bridge here, which is chrome, but it works fine, and it's a minor detail. And, yeah.
What major difference from this guitar to the others is the weight.
Yeah, major difference.
It feels almost as double the weight as this one. Probably it's around 5.8 or
I think that's
kilos or something.
Also one of the reasons that I decided to sell mine, because I felt that it's a bit heavy to have. If you're playing a gig and you bring that guitar, and my shoulders are not made for carrying that guitar for 2 sets on a night. So, but it's, of course, you don't have to play it all night. But it's I tended to leave it at home and choose my ES 335s or whatever, because it's more comfy to use and play. So I would like to tell a little story about. I put this custom shop here in this stand because Marcello put it here first, and I told him a story about my red ES 335 that has a neck brake. And it was standing in one of those floor stands like this. There's no support here, so it's just where it stands. Then I went behind it and I bent to get something, and my big fat ass touched this, and it just flipped over like this, and it fell to the floor, and boom, the neck broke. It's fixed now professionally, so it's as good as new in that regard, but it's terrible. It was horrible, the experience of it. But these stands are far better if you're afraid of that happening to you. I really recommend a stand where the neck is secured like that.
Having said that, this one at the gig fell from one of those stands.
Oh, from one of those?
Yeah, because it did, when I hanged it up, I had it, it didn't lock.
Oh, it didn't lock, yeah.
So it looked like they had, but I thought it looked like, but then it went, But then, luckily enough, it has got some relic here, and some dings. And it's
never secure, I guess.
Yeah, so no matter
so
what.
if they don't lock that, yeah. But there are different kinds of this. I have another kind that doesn't have this locking mechanism, so maybe check out what's on the market. All right, so this is now going into the Blues Deluxe, the Fender Blues Deluxe, straight with no pedals, and yeah, I can feel that this is quality immediately. This is the Gibson Custom Shop, so the weight of it and the overall feel to me is. If it was a blindfold test, I would feel that this is because of the weight. I could know that this is the Custom Shop, knowing what guitars we have in the room today, of course. So we discussed doing a blindfold test, but there's no point as we know the guitars too well. But this one is immediately a feeling of quality, and also the sound when you hear it. So there's the sustain of it, and the tone it's just you can hear that it is. I can at least feel that this is a high-end guitar. Yeah, it's very good, and yeah, I like the sound of the burst buckers. The burst buckers is probably 1 and 2 or 2 and 3. I think that's also a quite common combination. Maybe you guys can tell us if it's not, or 2011 was it?
Yeah.
The year. Yeah, they might have differed even.
Yeah, I can send an email to Gibson.
Yeah.
They're quite nice, actually. They reply usually within a couple of days. That's my experience, at least.
Would probably be interesting to know, anyways.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, I see you also adjusted them pretty low. I also had that on my R8. They are almost
below the
covers here. So, yeah, I see that. Yeah. So yeah, to me this is a very good guitar, high quality. Try that one.
It is locked.
There you go. I don't recommend this kind of stand. No, I see what the problem is, because I put it on top of this. If you can see here, it's supposed to go underneath it. So maybe it is it put up too high? So I think it's maybe if this had been a bit lower, then you wouldn't have that.
For the ES335. This
I see. Okay. Yeah. Okay. It's locked. It's locked now. Okay. Should I try your?
Yep.
Just using the same amp for the similar experience.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, I would have maybe turned up the amp to get it a bit more punchy, but it's...
yeah, but the pickups are different.
Yeah.
And these are more mellow sounding pickups.
Yeah.
That was what I wanted to have. Because, now I'm in the blues phase. I like more the sounding more bluesy.
Yeah.
And for me, there's no right or wrong. You can play blues with whatever pickups you want.
Sure.
But for me, that sounded more to what I was aiming to now.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember playing this guitar with the Burstbucker Pros. They were very hot to my experience, and these have they're more versatile, I guess. You can do much more with these. The Burstbucker Pros are more kind of a one-trick pony, or they have their tone very defined.
To work a little bit more with the tone and with the volume and the amp, of course. But, yeah. There's no right or wrong.
No, that's true.
I think it's okay.
The overall feel of this is like from that guitar to this guitar is much lighter, so you can feel it immediately. And this reminds me a bit of how this feels to me. I think they have very similar neck, and as the weight also is very similar to that. I think I would, if it was a blindfold test, I would have a hard time knowing if it was this or this guitar I was playing right now. But it's, I think it's very good also. But it's a kind of different animal to that one.
Yeah.
That is something else. So having them now beside each other, this one, the Les Paul standard, was it?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, let's try the Epiphone and see if they really are that similar that I feel. Maybe I'm getting it wrong. Can I feel that? Yeah, I'm not sure if this is maybe slightly heavier. So this guitar now has a set of classic 57s. So it had the original Epiphone pickups when I got it, but to me they sounded a bit dull. So I ripped them out, and I had a pair of these laying in one of my drawers. I think they sound good in this guitar. I always like the classic 57s for some reason. I have them also in my red ES 335, so yeah. And I see the distance from the pickups to the strings in this guitar is somewhere in between those. So you can also hear that it is already a bit louder than this right off the bat, and but not as hot as that one, I think. I can understand why I like this guitar so much. It really feels good. This is something special with this guitar. I think the feel is quality-wise is very good, and there is maybe something in between, but I think it has something to do with also the feel of the sound now, because the pickups are adjusted so differently in these three guitars.
Exactly.
So the feel of this makes, with the pickups a bit higher than that, it gives me a bit more punch, and it feels more oomph in a way. So small adjustments may go a long way on the guitars. So
but of course, it has to do also with which sort of amp you're playing with. And now we're playing with this tweed sort of 3D amp, so with a very warm and sound, and we got this kind of mellow sound. And of course, if you play with more gainy amp, then the character of the guitar and the pickups and everything will change, and it depends what you're after, actually.
Yeah.
For me, it's just on the both pickups engaged. It sounds very nice. Try the same with the.
Yeah. On that note, I often choose to play with the pickup selector in the middle on these kind of guitars with the two pickups and the three-way switch, because then you can blend them. You can choose to. I often choose to have the bridge pickup full up and just blend in enough of the neck pickup to have it sound a bit fuller, and maybe just go between them, and so because if you have it purely on the neck, sometimes it can be too thick or
yeah, and again depends what you want to have, you know. Well, I think Jimmy Page used to have the very quiet certain songs on the neck pickup, almost playing rhythm. And then when it was going on the bridge, then it was so, and then again. So
yes, effective.
Very effective.
Yeah, that won't work because you are plugged directly.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But Yeah, but again, this is a kind of full, you know, full volume, and it is kind of half volume. Yeah.
Yeah. So what are you feeling about that guitar? You like it and the overall feel of?
Yeah, I like that a lot. And again, playing at a gig with this is very light.
Yeah.
It's almost like have a nice telly. Yeah, very light. That one, I've been playing also 2 hours and longer with that. The day after, I could feel it.
Yes, you want to switch?
Yep.
So,
I will try to play the same chords and same things, just to.
Yes, there you go. Yeah, I've been fiddling with those.
Yeah, you can hear the grow immediately when you. Actually, there are no pedals engaged, it's just the guitar straight in the amp. And this is normally it's not a.
This is the Blues Deluxe,
Yeah.
Fender Blues Deluxe. I had one of these before, and now I can see why I liked it so much. I've sold it years ago, but it's a really good amp. You get inspired from the tones from this. Yeah.
So, and again, with just the guitar, of course, this should have been a Stratocaster, but then you wouldn't have that they grow into it. But this guitar sounds very good, actually.
Yeah, I can hear when you play it. There is something with that. That has oozes of quality. It has an oomph to it, and there is some meat to the bone. Yeah, I don't know how to describe it. It's just. You can feel it when you just hold it and play it, and the tones from it could have something to do with the position of the pickups to the strings. But anyways, it sustains in a different way. It has something special, that guitar. So I will admit that it is the best guitar in the room.
We will come back to price.
But that's the yeah, of course.
Yeah,
we should talk about that.
An important factor.
Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah. Then I wanted to try the Epi.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, sorry. Can I?
Yeah.
We stay safe.
I don't know.
Is this a different type of?
Yeah, I changed that because the other
input
one
jack?
was. I changed the input jack. Yeah.
Actually, it's very similar to that. Of course, the pickups are different. I like
but
that.
the feel of it.
I noted that the volume pots are different as well. Kind of, you get a much faster volume reduction than on.
Oh, okay. Yeah. On the custom shop. On the custom shop,
no,
or
both.
Oh, both.
Actually.
Yeah.
Did you change any of the?
Yeah, I've changed the pots, but I will change them again because they are the small type. Not in value, but in the physical size of them are small. So I will change them for new CTS pots that I have already ordered, and they are ready to be installed. Yeah. They are 50s wiring now.
Okay. Yeah, that's another thing. That you get 58, the 50s wiring in that, and 60 something strange in that.
Yeah, it has. I think I remember it had a kind of strange wiring.
It's a kind of modern wire, 60 modern wiring.
Yeah.
This is chambered?
I guess so. It has to be with that weight.
Yeah,
it has to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you can hear it if you knock on wood. You can't really hear. You can't hear. It's a bit lighter up here. Yeah, you can hear that it's a different sound here than here. So maybe up here is a chamber here, I think.
The same thing.
Okay. Yeah.
Good amp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's your thought when you played that Epiphone? Is that something you could see yourself playing? I told Marcello that before I couldn't see myself playing Les Paul with a headstock with Epiphone. Could you?
I could, without problem. I don't.
And we discussed it has a history also, the Epiphone. So without comparing it to the Asian versions.
I think in the beginning they kept the production in the States. I don't know when they started to send the production overseas to Korea and Japan, I think, as well.
Japan as well. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to check that out.
Yeah, this is a Korean Epiphone, and you can tell by the serial number of this has an S, and I've learned from the comments in my first video on this that it is made in the Samek. I don't know how you would pronounce that, but I say Samek factory, and I've had a Samek guitar earlier on, and that was a very good one. So I recognize the quality from that also. And there are different factories in Korea also. There's some with a serial number starting with a U. That is also, I can't remember the name of that factory, but yeah, that's also Korean.
I think nowadays some of the Epiphones, I think some are made in China.
Yeah, a lot of them are made in China.
Yeah,
so,
but no, it doesn't, that's really...
I don't know. They will probably vary in quality as any guitar, but maybe more.
Yeah, and then recently I've seen they started to make a kind of reissues of the Explorer and the Flying V. Quite pricey for being Epiphones, but probably quite good.
Yeah. Do you have tens? The strings, are they... all tens, yeah.
That area.
Yeah, same on that one. How's the price point on these three guitars, would you say?
This one as new? I don't know.
I don't know what that was new, but I can say that I paid 4,000 NOK for that, around $400. Second-hand value for this now.
It'll be more than what I paid it for.
Yeah.
It'll be the order of 20,000 NOK. I've seen it on the local second-hand market with about 19,000-20,000, depending on the, of course, on the...
So around $2,000. Yeah.
Here in Norway,
yeah.
I think
Yeah. And what about?
I don't know. I think the price is like for the custom shops.
I sold one recently, so mine went for straight above 3,000.
Second hand.
Yeah, second hand. So, yes, I knew it would be double that, I guess.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah. But I've seen them vary a lot in price if you go to the second hand market. At least here in Norway, I don't know what's the reason for the variations in the price. People try to sell them for, but
so again, it's the same discussion. Is worth the price?
So that is a tenth of the price of that one.
Yeah.
I recognize that is a better guitar, and but it is something also with the weight of it, how you feel when it plays. I more easily grab that one now, and it is a very good guitar. That is better. I can recognize that, but it also that thing with the price.
You know, for an experienced guitarist, composing music and playing the other
Thank
gigs
you.
and yeah.
I saw you pointing at me, so I guess it's you talking about.
No, probably you want to have something which could be your everyday guitar. You can take it to gig. You can play with it, and as well if you are a very young kid or girl and you want to start playing the guitar, there's nothing wrong. It's extremely good.
Yeah.
And the price-wise, it's very attractive.
Yeah, but I would be very interested to try Epiphone made in China to see how that would compare to that one, because I think this Korean one, and especially this model here, I think it's from 1997. There is something special with this one. I'm pretty sure.
97, so this is 27 years old.
Yeah.
So the wood has aged.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's a poly finish, I think. And
but there is something in that story at the the time will make the wood sounding better, the guitar sounding better.
No, my point about the poly finish is just that it's almost preserved in comparison to the one with the nitro finish, because I guess they breathe a bit more than these. They are almost sealed.
Yeah, actually, one thing I usually tend to do when I try a guitar is it's unplugged. How they sound, and if the wood, and of course the material here is the hardware is good, then they sound good. Yeah. Those that sound cheap, probably because material is cheap.
Yeah, yeah, it could be.
But one thing that you've done quite a lot of work with this, as you have the classic 57.
Yeah.
So probably it won't be 5,000 NOK.
No, of course.
$500.
I happen to have they have been in my drawer for 10 years, I think. So they are not Gibson 57s. They are a no brand that I got from eBay.
Okay,
so they are. I got them very cheap, really.
Okay, so they are not the. Okay.
They are not.
But I think the classic. If you buy a brand classic, I think they are $2,000 to $3,000.
They can very well be. Yeah, probably.
Then if you need to have that on top of
it. Sure.
And then you change the knobs here.
Yeah.
Did you say?
I just did that because I didn't like the wiring. It was some kind of modern wiring in there, and I prefer the 50s because then you can turn down the volume without losing the treble. So that's the main reason that I replaced the wiring in that. But it's to me that is minor changes because I can do it myself. It's easy. I had the parts available, and but of course you have to consider that. And the guitar straight from the shop with the stock Epiphone pickups, that kind of Epiphone pickups, they are not. I don't think they are very good. They are a bit dull. But I have heard that the newer pickups from Epiphone, they are a better quality. Yeah,
because in some of the new series from China, they have custom buckers in the Explorer and in the Flying V, and I think also in the what they call the Greenie, Peter Green.
That's true.
Epiphone, they have I think. No, they have Greenie pickups in there.
Yeah.
I think. Well, they're kind of.
Yeah, but they have flipped the magnet, so they have this out of phase in the middle position.
Probably, and there are kinds of quality pickups in the Epiphone. But again, they come at $1,500, $1,700.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But they have the Corina.
Yeah. Then I would be very. Should I get a Gibson second hand for $1,500, or should I buy an Epiphone new $1,500? I know what I will get.
They look cool.
Yeah, probably. If you should rate them, I think I know the answer to this. But
yeah, if I had the money, I would buy that one, and then I would buy that one. But I think if I was a kid, I I bought this one.
Yeah, but if you should look away from the money now and from what you have experienced here, and try not to be biased towards your guitars and completely.
You know, I would play this for when I play the rock gig, and I would play that when I have the blues gig.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because that was more versatile.
Yeah.
But this one, to be honest with you, I haven't had the opportunity to play it a lot to get familiar. So.
No, but I would expect you to have that order of prioritization. For me, it would be the same, but I am a bit between these two. I would almost prefer that as it is now, because I think this has potential to be. There is something with the pickups that just a bit too low. So when I played it now, it sounded a bit weaker. So it's a bit unfair to compare it like that.
Right.
But the playability of this is very good, but that isn't. I think it's very comparable.
It's very comparable.
Yeah. Because also the weight is similar, and the tone from that now, I thought was a bit better than this. But I think it's unfair because of the pickups are different, and the pickups are differently adjusted.
Yeah.
So that, yeah.
All right.
But in all, I think if price matters, that is the tenth of the price of that. And that is somewhere in between. But I think there is a big difference in Epiphones, and especially the cheapest ones. So you could be lucky, as I've been with this, and with some small adjustments, you can get a very good guitar. This is the keeper for me. I'm very happy with it.
But again, when you're picking up your guitar, play it first.
Yeah.
And not just buy it for the look.
Sure.
Of course, that's what the thing first about play it, because I tried several Les Paul custom shops when I bought that one.
Yeah.
And I liked that one better.
So this was a nice chat. Always nice to come here to Marcello's Guitar Corner. Check out Marcello's channel if we are not already watching this on his channel, because I will share this video with him, and so you can share it if you like.
Yeah, of course.
Yes. All right.
All right.
That's it for us now. So thanks for watching. Bye for now.
Bye for now.